Hey legends, we've had a few questions recently regarding the Hadeans and their top speed. Now, the boards do have different top speeds depending on your wheel and gear settings. We're here today in a nice empty car park. We've got 4 Hadeans with us, both all-terrain and street, with a few different wheel and gear combinations, and we're going to test what top speed we get in real-world conditions with each of these combinations. When we're talking about the top speed on boards, this is affected by the board's overall gearing. This is typically referred to as either low or tall. A board with tall gearing will have a higher top speed and less torque, while a board with low gearing will have a lower top speed and more torque. This is affected by the board's wheel choice as well as the gearing choice. We do have an extremely comprehensive video on this on our YouTube. I do recommend looking this up as it's going to give you all the information you're going to need on it. We're just about to get into our testing. What we're going to be doing is starting in the car park around here. We're going to be going around the back side of the car park and coming onto this long straight, rolling into it. This will give us the best opportunity to hit our top speed as quickly as possible, coming to a stop down in this far corner. We're going to record our top speed with 2 GPS apps on our phone while we're riding the board, and we'll compare the 2 speeds at the end to make sure it's relatively accurate, and we'll chart each of the results and show you how we're tracking. Let's get into it. As you can see, the weather hasn't been great or kind to us. We're going to have to put a pin in this, come back to it when the weather fares up, and we'll continue our testing and get these results to you. Here we are, the next day. As you can see, the sun's come out. It's a bit kinder to us today. We're going to start our testing again from the top so that everything's done in the same conditions. Let's get into it, get these tests finished. We're now in the 85mm with the 38 tooth gears. It's not the fastest setup in the world, getting about 38 km an hour, but that means we have a super strong acceleration and awesome braking. Got around 56 km an hour. Not quite sure if that was actually the top speed of the board. It felt like it may have still been going a little bit more. I had to hit on the brakes, and even then, as you saw, it didn't pull up in time. We just took the 8-inch board out to the road just outside the car park here. It did need a little bit more room to wind out. There was a little bit of a slight downhill, but not very much. We did manage to get a little bit higher speed, and in the end, we've wound up with 60 km an hour. We're done for the day, we're wrapping up. We're gonna head on back and we'll show you the results. As you can see, our first gear and wheel setup that we tested was 85mm 38T. It had the strongest acceleration by far, but definitely the lowest top speed. As we move through the setups, you can see how the acceleration curves soften while our top speed starts increasing. As we move through to our factory setup, which is the 97mm 32T, you can see it hits at 51 km an hour and it has a mid-range acceleration. Our 107-32 has the softest acceleration and highest top speed. Moving to the all-terrain setups, we expect to see the exact same patterns as we just saw. The 150mm with the 66T gear has the strongest acceleration and lowest top speed. Moving towards the tall geared setups, you can see that acceleration is a lot softer, even though we have that high top speed. These tall gear setups increase the load on the boards and the stresses. It's definitely not something we would recommend for a daily use. This can increase current draw on the boards, heat, and additional load on belts and drivetrain components. There we have it, real world riding results of the top speed on the Evolve Hadean with a large range of our wheel and gear options that you can run on yours. I hope this answers a lot of the questions that we've seen. If you have any further ones, don't forget to drop them down in the comments. Also, don't forget to like and subscribe our channel, see the future vids coming up, and let us know if you have any other suggestions for what you want to see. Thanks for watching, guys. Don't forget, ride safe, and we'll see you next time.